let's get to the next fairy tale about a young girl with some very long hair. It's called Rapunzel. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl named Rapunzel. She was raised by a witch who kept her locked up in a high tower with no door and only one window. For years, Rapunzel was lonely and her only visitor was the witch. Rapunzel had the most beautiful, long, golden hair. When the witch wanted to visit her through the window, she yelled out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, so that I may climb without a stair." One day, a prince rode by. When he heard some beautiful singing, he saw Rapunzel at the top of her tower. He also saw the witch calling out to her and climbing up on her hair. This gave the prince an idea. The next morning, he rode back to the tower and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, so that I may climb without a stair." As usual, Rapunzel lowered her hair, but was shocked to see the handsome young prince climb through the window. Rapunzel and the prince fell in love, and he visited her every day. They came up with a plan for Rapunzel to escape from the tower. The prince brought her long pieces of silk so that she could make a rope and escape from the high tower. Alas, it was not to be. The jealous witch saw the prince going into the tower and punished Rapunzel by cutting off her long, beautiful hair. Then the witch sent Rapunzel off into the desert by herself and set a trap for the prince. The next morning, when the prince arrived at the tower, as usual, he cried out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, so that I may climb without a stair." The witch lowered Rapunzel's beautiful golden hair down. The prince climbed up as usual, but this time he got a bad surprise. The witch pushed him out of the tower and made him go blind. For years, the prince wandered around blindly looking for his lost love. One day, he was in the desert and heard a familiar singing voice. "Rapunzel," he cried, "can it be you?" The prince and Rapunzel had found each other at last. When Rapunzel saw her beloved prince, she cried tears of joy. Her tears fell into his eyes, and magically he was able to see again. Rapunzel and her prince lived happily ever after and never saw the witch again. How did you like that story? Did you think the prince and Rapunzel would finally find each other again?